Next game, 8-9 matchup. Michigan State.
Nope.
Laying a 1.5 against Mississippi State.
I want you to take
Hey,
it
let's
away.
make the dad joke that everybody's made this week. Ready for it, Mike?
What?
I'll take MSU. That's a real knee slapper. All right, let's break down the game.
I really don't like you. All right, here's all I'll tell you. This is one of the 5 worst games to watch in the first round. Both these teams have fallen face first down ugly mountain. I mean, I don't want to hear any more about MSU and where they're at in the net and where they rank. If you tell me that there are only 56 teams with a better offense than Michigan State, I don't know what you're watching.
Take it up with Ken Palm. It's not my deal.
Oh, MSU's number 8 defensively.
Elite
Are
defensive
they?
Team, Mike.
Are they? Needed a big stop against Iowa. Didn't get it. Needed a big stop against Minnesota. Didn't get it. Needed a big stop against Ohio State. Didn't get it. Needed a stop against Purdue. Didn't get it. You can take your top 10 defensive rating and blow it out your ass. Then here's the best part. MSU has no bigs worth a fuck. You don't have to guard them. They're playing 4-on-5 offensively. Mississippi State, they're no great shakes. I mean, they can't shoot their way out of a paper bag.
Yeah.
They rely exclusively on offensive rebounds, probably because they shoot a shit ton of threes, miss all of them. The ball bounces 40 feet right back to them. They're a terrible free throw shooting team.
Terrible. I think
They
only
turn
one
it
team
over
worse.
a bunch.
Yep.
This is a rock fight game. Who can get to 55 first? I as an MSU fan, don't want to watch this game. Go ahead.
Well,
sell me this pen.
Oh, hold on. So then, before we do that, the total. What's it set at?
130.
And you think it's going to fight to 55, so we just go under?
No.
No?
No, because you end up with the free throw stuff and all that
Okay,
shit.
well,
But
we told you these teams aren't
neither
good.
team's a good free throw shooter.
Right, and especially Mississippi State. Don't sell it short. I think only Virginia. I think there's only one team in the tournament that shoots worse at the charity stripe than Mississippi State.
This is a game that shouldn't be televised.
But that's part of my cap is
all right.
I think MSU does struggle to score. Fortunate for them, the other side's not going to run away with it because they can't shoot. They run everything through this
house. War of attrition.
It's a 5'10"
Mr.
guard.
March.
Yeah, leading
62 to 57.
That's my cap. Inside, outside, Malik Hall, Tyson Walker. No one else has to participate. They only have to score 55 to win. That's Michigan State. I'm playing the Spartans. They run everything through a 5'10" guard at Mississippi State. I'm sorry. I trust MSU's guards defensively. Bog it down. Keep it close. Pull it out.
Evan, you're a Sparty like I am. Are you actually wagering your hard-earned money on Michigan State?
Yeah.
You what?
Right.
Evan.
I can't have a true freshman point guard that's 5'10", like you said.
Thank you.
That's your cap?
Yeah.
That's what you're offering me.
He says
By
his
the
point
way,
guard can't ride the rides.
split ticket card. No one has
Okay.
heavy opinions either way. If you force me to play it, probably MSU, but
Which
I'm
one?
what?
Which MSU?
Oh, I mean the one that has an actual academic institution attached to it.
Which one is that?
It ain't Cal U.
Hey, one other note on this. I am going to feel for you because if they lose the game, they're going to lose it against a team that does everything Izzo teams used to do.
You know what I will feel?
You'll lose because the team grabs boards and, war drill and all that other
I'll
stuff.
feel a great sense of relief if they lose because this.
You don't
has been-
actually mean that, do
Yeah,
you?
I do.
I don't get
Jim,
that. Your team is in.
Jim, it doesn't matter. I don't lower my standards. This program is ass.
I'm not asking you to lower your standards. I understood you had made the case you wanted him to miss the tournament because then it forces some kind of reality check.
Epiphany,
Yeah.
change.
Here's breaking news. They're in. And now that they're in, you'd rather them win every single game they
To
play.
do what? Fly home
Win the
Saturday
national title. That's what
and
you're here to
watch
do.
North Carolina just get ready to
Get to the
rock
game.
world and
Okay.
beat the brakes off.
Don't-
Get out of here. I don't want to hear it. Where's your team playing? They're not.
I'd take a CBI bid, but I don't think
That's
the Chips are
right.
going to be invited.
Go to the next game.
All right. We got the 5-12 matchup, and we both have a play, question mark?
Yeah.
It's
And
St.
this
Mary's
is-
Grand Canyon.
This is me maybe getting too cute. I think there are 4 or 5 teams in the opening round that are almost like universal. Hey, this is the Cinderella. This is the upset pick. Grand Canyon is one of them, and I'm going against it. We are a Aiden Mahaney podcast.
Always
we are
have
a
been.
Randy Bennett pack line pod. St. Mary's is real. I think they have usurped Gonzaga as the best program out there, and they are elite defensively. The Antelopes want to run up and down the floor. They want to play at a tempo.
Yep.
St. Mary's ain't going to allow it. I didn't even know there were 358 teams in America, but apparently they are because St. Mary's is tempo 358. What they're going to do to you on offense is execute. You got to do everything guard Nate Mahaney, the highest recruited kid to ever go there. He's awesome. I love that grimy, kind of tough guy they got in Saxon. But what they do is what you nailed it. Pack line D, man.
It's the Bennett thing.
They are going to just clog the paint. They are not going to let you get looks at the bucket. They are top 5 in America on 2-point percentage allowed. Wow. The Jackalopes just shoot a shit ton of threes. One problem, they don't make them. They want to force turnovers. They want to shoot volume. They want to run up and down the floor. They're not going to be allowed to do it. And St. Mary's, to me, yeah, sure, Grand Canyon wants to bother the guards and do what they want to, but you have the guards to hold up here.
Mahaney, 6-1 this season when he scores 20 or more points. He's the dude. We've backed him every step of the way. And I think the bigger cap, though, is, yeah, St. Mary's going to defend you. The way you beat a pack line defense, you got to hit jumpers, threes, reliably. For all the good that the Lopes are, only one of their top 4 scorers can shoot the three at a high level. So you start going up empty and let them control the pace. They grab a rebound, they slow it down, rinse, repeat. You're locked in the torture chamber for 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's how I feel. And look, the number, no, I mean, I have no issue if people are like, look, 5.5, big number. This could be a closer game. I just hate the fact that planet Earth is on Grand Canyon, and I just don't want to be a part of it. Look, I get scared with the mob mentality. I get scared. Look at football season.
Yeah.
The public dog gets murdered. All week you hear about, oh, you're not going to believe this. This team this week, they're going to be. When everyone identifies the same dog, it's not trendy. It's not unique. It's not some great cap. I would love to bet Grand Canyon. I think St. Mary's is a nightmare matchup for them.
If memory serves, I think we did this last year and won. I think it was one of the few early games we hit with St. Mary's. Just trusting, hey, the number looks a little big. It's okay.
Yeah.
They're going to defend. They're going to knock down enough shots. They'll cover the 5.5.
I feel like this game is very similar to the UAB San Diego State game in that you have a defensive-minded team. You've got a high-level team. They are more put together. And you're facing this UAB team who they just throw a bunch of shit at the hoop and hope they get fouled and shoot free throws.
No.
That San Diego State line looks big. This line looks big. And I have a hard time just going, whoa, I'll take the dog. Did you see the kids in the stands wear ski goggles? I can't do it.
Did you want to add San Diego State? You don't have to.
Adam.
Okay.
Listen, I'm going down with the ship. I'm going to be in Vegas with nothing to do but bet on basketball.
Because I sensed some regret. It was in yesterday's
Adam.
episode. Okay.
Adam.
So you added the total in the Illinois Morehead State game,
Yep.
and you added the
Adam.
San Diego State.
And I'm playing St. Mary's.
And I'm playing St. Mary's too.
Okay. We're going down with the ship together, brother. Let's go.
4-13. It's Bama Charleston. 9.5 is your spread. The note on this, 2 of the 4 teams in college hoops shoot the 3 30 or more times a game.
So here's what you're playing. Are you betting Alabama's first 3 months or are you betting the last one? Alabama's in a full-blown swoon. Do we agree?
Yes.
Okay. This is the second best offense in America, and they play at a top 10 tempo. I mean, Bama is a flight risk to score 100 on any given night. If you don't believe me, go look. Charleston, now they were a bit of a darling last year. They are going to fire from deep. Now, Bama doesn't even fake playing defense. Neither does Charleston. So I have an interesting play. When they go high, we go higher.
What's the total?
173. I'm going over. Someone is scoring 95 in this game. I like the over, and I'll tell you the other one. I got to play on the over 173, and I got to lean on College of Charleston.
Okay.
Look, how do you cover 10 if you never get a stop? How do you cover 10 when the other team is absolutely capable of being +3, +4, +5 from three-point land, which gives you a 9, 12, 15-point advantage there?
I'm pretty sure they've attempted 1,000 threes on the season.
Yeah.
Just to give you an idea, they're committed to it. They're going to keep shooting even if they're down.
Yes. And again, let's say Bama's up by 20. Let's say it's late stages and it's 93 to 73, whatever it is.
One guy gets hot.
College of Charleston's going to keep gripping and ripping. I thought the 9.5 is real interesting there.
I will join you on the over.
Okay.
I'm not going to play a side, but I mean, the overs, this is, If you could only watch one game,
This is the one.
this game has got two teams, top 60 tempo, shoot
Yeah.
a million threes.
This is
The
a bad
totals.
idea.
Why is it
by
a
me.
bad idea?
No, it's a bad idea by me. I'm playing both. Because you know what? I got a little loyalty to College of Charleston. Guy I went to high school with, Pooty.
Pooty.
Well, his name was Brian Patalis, but his nickname was Pooty. He went to COC and played golf.
Good golf school?
Yeah. Okay. And that was back when College of Charleston was in the old Transatlantic Athletic Conference, the TAC. And they had a player, you can look this up. Guy was named Thaddeus Delaney. And you know what his nickname was? The Shack at Attack. This is mid-90s bred right here. But COC has been on the radar for Mikey for quite some time. Thaddeus Delaney, the Shack at Attack. I'm gonna take COC with the 9.5, and I'm gonna take over 170.
All right. Next game.
The Pooty Bowl.
The Pooty Bowl.
The Pooty Bowl.
6 seed Clemson. They're getting a 1.5 against the 11 seed New Mexico. You heard me right. The 11 seed's favored.
Yeah.
I bet this the night the bracket came out. Will you join me?
I'm going to have you do the whole cap because I admit to the people this is financially a responsibility. I love this team. I don't really respect Clemson. I understand I'm probably walking right into it, but I'm betting New Mexico because it's just what I want to do. And I know that is not a good reason to host a gambling podcast. I'm open with you. Don't do what I'm doing. Probably stay away from this game. I'm betting New Mexico.
Okay, couple things. Clemson, we agree the ACC down this year, right?
Yes.
Okay, they were 11-9 in the ACC. Nothing special. They stumble out of the first round of the ACC tournament. They lost to Boston College. Okay, I would tell you this. They've beat me a couple times this season, but I'm not afraid to go against them again because we really like New Mexico. And they're the type.
It's elite guard play, and it's a three-headed monster of them.
And that's the thing I look at in the tourney. It's guard play, but it's also, I like the profile of a team that will play up tempo, but also be elite defensively. Like they're top 25 defense while playing tempo, which means lots of possessions. There's unrelenting with what they do defensively.
The only thing that scares me, and look, New Mexico kind of calmed the fears by leaving the pit and winning the Mountain West
they had to
tournament.
play themselves in.
Yeah, they did. But now that they're here, you wonder if there's a come down. But I'm with you. Demetric Dent, Ashburn Jr.,
House,
Jalen House, Obi Toppin's little bro. They're active. They're long.
You got a Patino coach in the team.
I'm with you. I'm doing it. I just feel like it's a little too trendy. But I will do it. I will take New Mexico.
I just felt on principle, the 11 seed being favored over a 6 seed.
How about Joe Girard, by the way? How are you?
Yeah, he's the kid that killed me against North Carolina.
Right. How are you still in college? I feel like Girard was at Syracuse pre-pandemic. Like, what are we doing here, people? All right, next game is one I don't have a great read on. It's not one I'm super into.
We can talk through it, though.
Baylor, Colgate, the 3-14 matchup. Look, Colgate was a super duper duper darling last year. All the 3-point shots. Baylor, it's all gas, no brakes. But here's the problem. They're great offensively. They're not great defensively. Colgate isn't good at much of anything. Here's your problem. The tempos in this game are wretched.
Bottom half.
281 and 253, respectively.
Right.
Where do you lean here? It is Baylor laying, 13.5?
13.5. And again, I'm not playing it either, but we told people we talk through every game.
Well, I'll tell you who we told. We told FanDuel. I mean, if you just want to be honest about it, we have a corporate sponsor, and we told them.
I think it'd be weird, though, if we just opted out of one game. We're like, you know what? Sorry, Baylor. Here's the thought. Baylor is in the toughest conference in America, the Big 12. They did not finish the season playing well, 5-4 in the last 9. How much of that do you give credit to playing really good teams? And now it's kind of like the guy in the batter's box swinging with the weights on. Now the weights are off. They're not facing a Big 12 team. They're facing Colgate. Colgate, not a top 200 offense, not a top 100 defense. Baylor should just be able to unload on them. They should roll. This is one of the top 10 offenses in the country. The lean would be Baylor boat races them and wins by 15 or more.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't. I'm just trying to find an angle for you. You could lean to Baylor if you wanted. I think total wise, if you wanted, the total looks a little high. Hey, they go high, we go higher. Might lean on over there. But of the games, This just isn't one I really want to play. I would be with you on Baylor. It'd be a lean to Baylor, lean to the over. I just don't have a great handle on this game. And in 32 games, if there are 5 or 6 you don't have a great handle on, you're still betting too many games.
Yeah.
The reality is, of the 32 games, if you were really going to do this right, you'd bet about a half dozen of them. Now, that's not what we're into because this is an entertainment product. We're not sitting here telling you we're trying to be pros or no. I'm also going to be locked in carnage, which is Las Vegas. You can't ask me to bet 6 games. Lean Baylor, lean over, but I'm not playing this game.
Okay. The next game, Dayton, the 7 seed, plus 1.5 against the 10 seed Nevada.
Yeah, this is simple.
You love Dayton.
I do.
You've loved them all year.
And they played like ass against Duquesne. And look, Dayton, for me, you're getting the best player on the floor. Deron Holmes, an All-American. Deron Holmes is a distinct problem. This kid is 20-9 every night.
Couple blocks.
Shoots 39 or 40% from deep. Here's my issue. I don't like Steve Alford as a coach. Yes, Nevada doesn't have to hop on a plane to play this game. That's an advantage. I hate the fact Dayton's got to fly to go do it. But you talked about the 7-10 matchup and the 7s beating the 10s, right?
The number 60% of the time the 7s win.
I just feel like, all right, in this game, I get the best player. I don't think there's any discernible coaching advantage. And when you look at Nevada, yeah, they were on fire to end the year, and they're shooting an unsustainable level from 3, 43% from deep.
Well, they're a metric darling. They're top 40 O&D. They shoot 3. They're red hot. Everybody's betting them too, right?
Yeah.
And that's part of this. We get the 7 seed who's got the best player on the floor, betting against the public. They also shoot it well too, by the way, Mike. Dayton, good shooting team.
Absolutely.
Great shooting team.
Yeah, I like the bet differential here. I like the fact you're getting about 82% of tickets, making up 57% of the money on Nevada. I will take that positive bet differential. I'll take the fact that the vast majority of people are not betting on Dayton. I'm going to go with them. And let's remember something now. The Mountain West, as much as we like the conference, they're fun to watch, we like to bet it. The Mountain West, they are being told by the committee, you have shit your pants the last few years in this tournament, including what last year? Didn't they go 0-5 and get aced out of the damn thing?
The only one,
Diego
I was
State?
going to say, that's the one saving grace.
But they're basically telling them, we're not gifting you guys seeds here. Now, I get a little worried when the lower seeds favored over the higher seed. Of course I do.
Yeah.
But I like Dayton in this spot, man. I'm going to play Dayton.
Okay. We're both on Dayton. Last game of the region. Arizona laying 20.5 against 15-seeded Long Beach State. Real quick before we break down the game. The absurdity of a situation where a coach has agreed to part ways after the season only to then have his team qualify for the NCAA tournament.
I think the absurdity is the fact I didn't know Dan Monson was still in coaching. He got fired from Minnesota in like 2006. And I'm like, wait, where did he go in between? No, he didn't go anywhere in between. He simply took the Long Beach State job and stayed there forever.
It's a weird thing out there. Do you know what their nickname is? Long Beach?
The Beach.
The Beach.
But I thought they were the 49ers.
They changed it.
So they're the Beach.
They're the Beach.
The Long Beach State, the Beach.
Not the Beach, just Beach.
The Long Beach State, Beach. Get beached?
Weird. It would be the greatest thing in the world if this team just kept winning with a coach.
The greatest thing in the world is when they soar over the total of 161.
2 teams, incredibly fast. These are 2 of the 8 fastest tempo teams in the tournament.
Yeah, and it's simple. Arizona, if they're remotely dialed in, and Caleb Love doesn't do one of his looks like he owes the mob money shooting performances.
Well, that's why they got eliminated in the Pac-12 title.
Right. Arizona should get to 90.
Not title game, but tournament. Yeah.
Arizona should get to 90 with ease. Long Beach State plays no defense. They play top 30 tempo. Arizona is a top 10 offense. They play at a top 15 tempo. The only play for me here would be the over. It's 2 of the 8 fastest teams in the country. Just give me over 161, kick back, sip on a sugar-free Red Bull, and hope I'm right.
How do we feel about Arizona big picture?
I don't trust them as far as I could throw them.
Okay.
They'll win this game. I want no part of them.
And then who knows from there?
Again,
like they profile as a team that could win the national title, but what's the stat?
But
like
they also
nobody...
profile as a team who lost straight up to Princeton last year, and now you add Caleb Love, who reminds me of Auburn's old guards. Remember Wendell?
It wasn't Carter, was it?
Him and Greenwood, whatever their names were.
They were the shorter, yeah.
Katie Davison, that's the other one. Oh my God, they would just shoot you out of these games, and you're like, will you just go to Walker Kessler, please? I'm going over 160.
Wendell Green.
Thank you.
There you go.
Did I say Wendell Carter? What is wrong with me?
Wendell Carter's a NBA player.
I'm a bad person. Go ahead.
I don't have a play in the game.
Yes, you do. It's over 161.
I got to play
Over 161.
No, because the Love
Over
thing. If Love goes cold,
James,
it's just going to be a million dump downs into the post.
James Anthony Costa, go to your room.
I'm not playing
Over 161. Join me.
I will play more games than you do.
Don't leave me out there to take bullets.
I will end up playing more games than you do. I think I already have through 3 of the 4 regions.
What is this, a game measuring contest?
It's not.
Just play the game.
But you're not going to. I don't need more plays.
Over 161.